don't touch people. Hugging's fine. Hugging's not
Unless-
aggressive. Hugging's loving, unless somebody just doesn't want to be hugged.
Yeah, or she's an aggressive hugger.
Oh yeah, do you hurt when you hug?
No, I'm not an aggressive hugger.
No, I definitely did not mean hugging. You know how some people are. They just like to grab people. Like, don't be grabbing people, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a hugger. If I saw you, I'd probably hug your
I
neck.
get it. I would hug your neck for sure.
The only thing that I don't like, Mary, because I'll hug. I don't like people grab me and kiss me that I don't know. Because that'll happen sometimes in meet and greets.
Kiss you?
Oh,
on the cheek.
Oh, wow.
And they're just like, oh, and I understand it's coming from a great place. But they will grab like my face and kiss me on the. I don't like that. I'm a germ guy anyway, not big into germs. And so for me to even hug somebody I don't know, I'm okay with that now because that's love. I like love, but I don't like when someone kisses me without asking. Heck, don't even ask. I don't want to be kissed.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
What if it not even like if it's someone from a different culture that might be like left,
Oh,
right?
yeah, like French.
Are you
Hey,
okay with that?
Bonjour, Pierre. This is America. I don't need to be kissed.
Mwah.
Okay.
I'm in France, then okay, I'm open to it because I'm there. I'm in their culture. I should know their culture's rules.
Right.
But I'm not trying to do that here. But yeah, Mary, you and I, we're still cool. Hug away.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Let me go over and talk to Ryan, who called us from Florida. Ryan, what's going on?
Good morning, Bobby. Morning, studio.
Morning.
Yeah, I got two bones I got to pick with Bobby Bones here in that last segment.
Let's
For
go.
one, where in the world can I get a 3-liter Mountain Dew? Because you said it twice. I thought maybe it was a mistake. I know 2-liter Mountain Dew, but if there's 3-liter Mountain Dews, you got to tell me where I can find that.
You can find it in the year 2002. That's pretty much where I was drinking them like crazy. Yes, there's still two. I don't know if they still make.
The government was probably like, that's bad for people. We got no more than 2 liters.
Yeah, like you can sell
The
Mountain
FDA,
Dew, but like
the CDC put out a rule: only 2 liters at a time, guys. I don't know anymore if they make 3 liters, but I used to drink a 3-liter a day whenever I was in college and even out of college. So here you go. You can still get 3-liter bottles in some dollar stores. The extra liter in one container just wasn't enough to make people buy it. So if you go to like Dollar General, maybe they have 3-liter bottles. And
left over from 2002.
Hey, I was with my friend Scotty, who lives in Arkansas, and we were together a couple weeks ago when I was back home, and we went and I was drinking water because it was a really hot day, and he was drinking Mountain Dew, and I was like, "That's what I'm talking about."
I mean, it is good. I used to my concoction, and it just makes me feel great. Maybe I need to do it today. Diet Mountain Dew mixed with Midol. If you whatever, I don't know. I always
like
lean.
Syrup?
Listen, that is like my drink.
Did you hear a rapper talking about that and make it? Or?
It's like if I was having a bad day, even if I didn't like need Midol, which is a girl's monthly friend, I would go to the gas station, get a Midol and a Diet Mountain Dew, and I was like, my world was changed.
I just hate diet anything.
Well, whatever.
For
For you, do a regular with a Midol.
it might work.
I'm telling you.
What's your other bone to pick?
Well, you said piece of pizza, and everyone knows it's a slice of pizza, not a piece of pizza.
Interesting. Again, I'll just go back to where I'm from, Arkansas. We don't call it a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
It's a piece of pizza. Give me a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
I think the more northeast and eastern you go, and maybe even western, but like for the most part in the South and the Midwest, I think it's a piece of pizza.
I don't know. I'm just guessing, but like, yes, in the East, like it's very common to go somewhere and just buy a slice. But like where I grew up, we were always ordering big pizzas, so it wasn't.
How many pizzas do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds right.
Eddie, you're still a pizza guy. If the kids go, hey, let me get a blanket pizza.
It's a piece of pizza.
Yes.
It's not a slice.
Yeah.
But you know what? I've never called it a pie either, and people like to call it a pie.
Very
That's weird.
regional, though. And that's real people. Like, if you're calling it a slice of pie, like, you deserve pizza because you're probably saying the right things.
It's the real deal.
Yeah.
I'm all like, give me a piece of that pizza. Ryan, so you just got bullied by a whole group of people on the radio, so you lose, buddy.
That's all right. Hey, I put a Facebook post out and slice of pizza won, so.
Oh, he polled America.
He set us up.
A Facebook poll. Okay. Hey, Ryan, appreciate that call. Hey, thank you, man. I know you're busy this morning, so thanks for calling.
Thanks.
All right. See you later. Okay. We have a lot of people calling. You guys feel free. We'd love for you to be a part of the show. 877-77-Bobby. A woman learns that her boyfriend is cheating because of what he's doing in his sleep. Do you guys want to hear this story?
Yes.
I have it for you.
What's he doing?
It's coming up next. All right, so it's her 21st birthday party. There's this girl. That's a big birthday party. You're 21 years old. Like, let's go. And so she's like, I have an announcement to make. And she gets up and she announces that she is engaged at her 21st birthday. Super sweet, right?
Okay.
She's engaged to her stepbrother.
No.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, legal.
And her family does not support her decision.
Yeah.
A woman from the U.S. revealed that her sister is marrying her stepbrother. The older sister, 23, explained she grew up with her stepbrother who used to bully her. But again, it's not blood.
Right. It's totally fine.
Totally fine's tough for me to say.
But totally fine in that, like.
In the legal sense.
Yeah.
like,
it's
it's
like,
weird.
It's unfortunate how they met.
Yeah.
Because what if they're really
I need
in
to
love?
know the nuance of this story.
Okay.
The small details, meaning if they're together at age 3 and 4 and they grow up together all the way, that to
Weird.
me is weird. Because they grew up as a brother-sister. They grew up so brother-sister. The only thing that's not going to be brother-sister is probably the genetics getting all tangled up.
But we don't know how long they've been.
Well, the woman believed to be from the U.S., who was 23, revealed that her sister, 21, grew up with the stepbrother
Grew up.
when their parents got together. But it just says grew up.
But
Man,
like,
that means
what
they
is
grew
Well,
growing
then
up?
what's the age then? What about, let me throw one at you, 15.
Fine.
What if
So you meet at 15. Your parents get together at
and you're
15.
15 and 16 years old? Or you're two 15-year-olds?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's old enough to where you didn't grow up together because you're already becoming, in 3 more years, you're an adult.
12.
That's
Still
harder.
fine. Because at 12, you're already having a crush on girls and guys, so you already know what's attractive.
You're on the
what's not.
cusp.
Yeah,
What's the cusp? 12?
12's the cusp for sure.
12 seems a little young for me.
it needs to maybe at least be 13.
No, I mean, for my comfortability, it should be around 16.
Okay, Caitlin is your perfect match, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, boy. Oh,
so
don't
let's
do
say
it.
she became your stepsister at 12.
If I was 12, she would be 1.5.
Okay, that's
And that would be weird.
sorry.
This doesn't work, Amy.
Hey,
That would
Okay, since this is
That's
all
like some Twilight stuff right there.
Since this is all hypothetical, let's
Uh-huh.
pretend you and Caitlin are the same age and you become brother and sister. Step
At 12, I just don't think I would allow it to happen, or I wouldn't allow it to happen ever until we got older.
21.
But we would never we wouldn't be engaged at 21.
Okay.
Maybe we go after college. I don't know.
Ugh, it's
You're
weird.
not playing
It's just
along.
I know it's just a weird, creepy feeling to me. Even though legally, even though, with genetically, bloodlines, it's all good.
Yeah.
Now think about the parents though. Like this is
I
where
know.
you have to step in and you got to say this is where we stand.
It's
but you
Jen
have no
and
control.
Bobby Brady getting married.
Totally.
It's crazy. But again, good
just
luck.
don't think
I
it's
hope
that
they love
bad.
each other and it's fantastic. The kids are going to be fine. Not born with 3 eyes or a tail.
Right.
That's all we want. Our healthy kids. A woman learns her boyfriend is cheating from sleep talking. An unfaithful man outed himself by mistake when he was asleep. According to his now ex, Bailey Hunter, he was talking in his sleep, and he said the name of the woman he was cheating with. She did some internet detective work, talked to the woman, and then kicked the guy out. Here's a clip from her TikTok.
So we were laying in bed, and in his sleep, he said a girl's first and last name. So I get out of bed and I look up this girl on Facebook, and I notice how she's married and she has kids, so I don't really think too much of it. And when he wakes up in the morning, I ask him about her, and he was like, oh, it's just some girl I went to high school with. But I wasn't fully convinced, so I messaged the girl and I was like, hey, I'm so-and-so's girlfriend. I was just wondering if you guys have talked recently. And the way she responded is what put me even more on edge. She was like, you need to mind your own business. You're just his crazy ex-girlfriend.
Oh, the crazy ex-girlfriend thing, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
But let me say, for the record and for every man out there, even for women, I don't know, but mostly, what we say in our sleep it doesn't indicate what's really happening in our lives. I talk all the time in my sleep. If Caitlin was investigating everything I said in my sleep, I don't know that I say people's names, but she'd be investigating TV shows, cousins, trips. I mean, I just make noises sometimes when I sleep.
I think you're right, but in this case, he's guilty as charged.
Yeah, that other girl did not do him
But
good.
but the key thing to me is that the girl she reached out to said you're his crazy ex-girlfriend. So
Oh, he
did
lied
the boy
about
lie
that.
and say, hey, I'm not with
yeah.
anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all caught on to that one.
Hater. TikTok is so weird for me though, because I feel like people just want to get views. So my first thing is like, is this even real?
Mm-hmm. Me too. But then it's entertainment. I believe it.
Yeah. It's like a TV show.
Hey, I don't know that it's not, so I'm going to believe that it's real. Why don't we go over and take a couple calls from Janie in Texas, who was on the phone. Janie, appreciate you calling. What's going on?
Hey, I'm with y'all. It is a piece of pizza.
If you're from Texas, I would assume. I do think it's regional. Yeah.
I am. Y'all remember that Little Caesars commercial from a long time ago? Pizza?
Yeah, Little Caesar. Pizza.
Yeah. I'm sure my friends and I were totally convinced it was piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza. All right. Hey, thank you for that. And this is not a big debate. I admit I'm probably wrong when it comes to who invented pizza. I mean, pizza's Italian. I'm sure they have a slice of pie, which turned into a slice of pizza, which turned into me going, a piece of pizza.
Yeah, and the pie came from pizza pie.
A pizza.
Right?
Is
pizza.
it?
I mean, I'm assuming. I don't know.
We're open for business, folks. 877-77-BOBBY. Call us if you'd like to talk. We got a couple things we're going to do in a second. I have country headlines of the last 24 hours. I want to know your favorite Tim McGraw song.
Ooh, easy.
Give me your one. I'm going to tell you why. We'll talk about Tim McGraw in a second. And Tim, if you're listening, our number is 877-77-BOBBY.
He has it saved.
Does he call the hotline when he calls, or does he call the regular line?
No.
Scuba Steve.
It'd be the hotline, but he's been in studio a lot lately, but it'd be hotline.
But he's called the show just randomly before. Has he called the hotline or the request line, Ray? Do you know?
It's got to be the hotline. You're saying recently he's just called into the show?
I feel like it's been a
year
while.
or so.
Oh, maybe longer.
Maybe a couple
There was
years.
one he was taking his kids to school.
Yeah,
and
I think it was
calling.
And we didn't believe him.
line.
We were like, who's your dad? And he was like, Tug. Okay, finish the blank. Indian blank. Outlaw.
That's him.
It's Tim, everybody. All right, back in a second. Tim McGraw has a new song called 7500 OBO, and OBO is or best offer, like trying to sell a truck, like an old truck. Here's a clip of the new Tim McGraw song.
Now there's a for sale sign in the window. Yeah, 'cause if I'm gonna let her go, I gotta let it go. Yeah, it's gotta go. So it's 7500 OBO.
I was thinking last night after listening to this song, what is my favorite Tim McGraw song? I don't think Tim McGraw gets the credit he deserves because had Tim McGraw retired 10 years ago, he'd be one of the greatest of all time and he'd be a legend.
Yes.
But instead of retiring, Tim McGraw just continued to pump out hits, and he's current while also being a legend. It's a wild thing that I think only two artists are doing right now. Kenny Chesney and Tim McGraw. Even Garth Brooks, who in my mind is the greatest of all time, gave it up for a while. Like, he's back now, and we're just like, it's Garth, the greatest from when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny and Tim McGraw are still as relevant today as they were 25 years ago, and that is so rare in any creative industry, in any sort of art. It's wild to be able to maintain at that level. So I was thinking, what's my favorite Tim McGraw song? And I have a top 5 here. Number 5 is My Best Friend from 1999.
Oh, it's so good.
There can never be another. Make me feel the way you do. And oh, we just get closer. I fall in love all over. Every time I look at you, I don't know where I'd be.
Most of his songs that I like, though, are from when I was younger. I'll be honest. I do have, coming up one a little older. At number 4, and I wouldn't listen to this one just if I'm putting it on a McGraw playlist, but I can't deny that it is one of the most influential love songs in the history of love songs. It's Your Love, 1997. Both of them.
With Faith, yeah.
The song was everywhere. I mean, you can't name 10 love songs in country music that's better than that, you know?
It's so good.
It's Your Love. Number 3, Over and Over. And this is the controversial
Oh,
one.
this
Over
is
and over.
good.
Yeah.
With Nelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop listening to it.
And this you really heard everywhere because it was on pop and country.
It was everywhere. I mean, turn this one up. I could listen to this one today. For McGraw to do this in 2004, it was like earth-shattering that a country artist would do this with a hip-hop
That's
artist.
gutsy.
Like today, people are doing it, and it's just another song out at another place. But in 2004, for Tim McGraw to do a song with Nelly, everybody's eyes got big. Like, what? It was so good, though. I love Over and Over. It's my controversial pick. Number 2 is Don't Take the Girl, 1994.
Come on.
Johnson, take Tommy Thompson, take my best friend.
And then number 1, I mean, it's the OG. It's the one where I was like, I like this guy. Indian Outlaw.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'm an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and Choctaw. My baby, she's a Chippewa. She's a one of a kind.
Yeah. And so the Choctaws, very prevalent in Arkansas.
Oh.
Even in my lineage a bit. And so I was always pretty like, that's my guy. That's how I felt.
What percentage are you?
Caitlin's far more Native American than I am, but she's from Oklahoma and like has a lot in her. But I'm always like, yeah, whatever, I'm Choctaw.
Yeah.
My people.
And she goes, you only heard it from the song. I'm like, no, I did not. And then I pulled up a map of Arkansas and I was like, look, what does that say right there? Choctaw. Cherokee people!
Come on.
I just said Choctaw people. Then you talk about me. Amy, your number 1 Tim McGraw song.
Mine's Best Friend. I loved it.
Number 1, huh?
Yeah. Number 1.
Yeah, good one. Eddie?
I mean, Tim's my guy, and there's a lot to choose from, but man, I love Something Like That. When that comes on, it just takes me back.
She was killing me in that miniskirt.
Hold on, wait for it. Down, down, down.
She had a mountain line and red lipstick. I worked so hard for that first kiss, and
that's good.
Heart don't forget something like that.
I like it right. I like the end though. A heart don't forget.
Whoa.
A heart don't forget.
It's so good.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. I had not thought of that one, Eddie. That's
I
so
love
good.
It was going to be like 6 or 7.
Oh,
on
it was right coming up.
Where does that take you back to? Because I can specifically picture people
It doesn't.
that I was with.
That's why it wasn't my top 5.
Oh.
It doesn't. I liked it. It would come on. All I think about is that line, barbecue stand in my white t-shirt.
Yeah. She was killing me in that.
Mini
Mini
skirt.
skirt.
I know the words of the song, but I just think of barbecue stand in my white t-shirt. Because I was like, that's me.
Oh, sloppy eater.
Yeah. Lunchbox?
Oh, it's easy. Truck, yeah. Yeah. It's like a party song. All these other ones are kind of sappy.
He starts his show with this, or at least has for a long
Oh,
time.
so good.
Don't know if he's doing it this tour, but it is like Metallica's about to come out on stage.
Fire.
It's fire. And you're like, what's about, is Slipknot about to come out? Did I buy tickets to the wrong show? And then he comes out and he goes hard on Truck, yeah. And he's like, Little Wayne bouncing on the iPod. Everybody got dogs. Come on now. And you're like, oh, okay. Jams. Do you have one, Ray, at all?
Yeah, when we first moved here, I really didn't listen to Tim growing up, but I did Southern Girl. It was 2013.
That's a good one.
World like a Southern girl.
Southern girl, rock my world. It's a jam.
That is a jam. A couple headlines in country music news. Garth Brooks has decided to cancel, possibly postpone the rest of his shows. And I see people upset at Garth Brooks because he did this. Let me commend Garth Brooks for a second. It's so rare these days that someone will put what they believe way over money. Even if you don't believe the same thing Garth Brooks believes, because Garth is like, hey, listen, COVID's going around. I don't want to have a show with 70,000 people packed together. I don't want to be the reason that people get it and possibly some people die. So he goes, I'm going to forego millions and millions of dollars doing what I love more than anything to make sure that people are okay. Now, if you don't believe that, that's on you. That's for you. But you're going to be mad at Garth Brooks for giving up tons of money doing what he loves to do more than anything because of what he feels is not right. You could take Garth Brooks and even this exact situation and put it anywhere, and you should applaud people who stand up for what they believe in if they're giving up a lot to do it. And I just look at social media and I just want to slap them in the face, but I don't touch people in the last segment. Also, I don't want to get beat up, so I don't slap people. But I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. You think he wanted to do this? No. He gave up millions and millions of dollars. He had to give up jobs for people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
That I'm sure he's just going to pay. So he's probably going to lose money by doing this. So for people to get mad at Garth Brooks, which is what I was seeing online, it blows my mind. And I'm not mad at people who are still having shows. But Garth did this because it's what he believed in. And at a time where people aren't doing things they're just like, you know what, I'm just going to take the money. He didn't do that.
I know. And I just feel like if the missing out on a Garth Brooks concert is what you have to get all worked up and upset about right now, that's funny.
Well, everybody gets upset about everything.
Well, I know, but
it's
like
not surprising to me that people get upset about dumb things.
Ugh.
Like Carrie Underwood liked a tweet where they were like, hey, don't wear masks in school. And the internet melted. And I'm like, guys, Carrie Underwood gets to have her opinion and she gets to like things. If she doesn't like masks in schools, she gets to have that opinion. Like, why are we melting the internet down?
Mm-hmm.
So, but people will get up. You know what? I had a peanut M&M today. They suck compared to normal M&Ms. Canceled, Bobby. You're cancel culture. We hate you.
Said that.
It happens all the time. People have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
And people don't have. They feel like they don't have a voice, so the voice they get is their keyboard, and they're like, "Well, I'm not being heard anywhere else, so I'm just going to be extremely vocal or extremely angry in this area."
Yeah. All caps, probably.
Sometimes all caps, though, I feel like they're crazy. If it's all caps, I'm like, even if they're angry, I'm like, all right, they're just a little too nutty for me to even read it.
That's like next
all
level.
caps is next level. You guys can hit us up if you want. 877-77-Bobby. Let me grab a Sherry in Missouri because she is calling about Tim McGraw, and I want to get this before we get away from it. Hi, Sherry. Thank you for calling.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
I
was just listening to your show, and my favorite song of all time by Tim McGraw is "Angry All the Time."
Don't know it. I'm be honest with you. Can you sing?
It's on his "Set This Circus Down" album.
Sing it to me.
No.
Oh.
Come on.
I thought that was a
Lord,
lyric.
no, you'll have people shutting your radios off.
Is this it?
Yep.
Let me hear a little bit of this. Yeah, I like it so far.
Here we are, what is left of a husband and a wife, with 4 good kids who have a way of getting on with their lives. And I'm not old, but I'm getting a whole lot older every day. It's too late to keep from going crazy, I've got to get away. The reasons that I can't stay don't have a thing to do with being in love. And I understand that loving a man shouldn't have to be this rough. And you ain't the only one who feels like this world's left you far behind. I don't know why you gotta be angry all the time.
Is that a diss track?
Dang. No, I know it. Now that y'all don't know this?
No, I've never heard that.
I really know it, and for whatever reason, I'm like, what year did this come out?
It came out in 2001.
Okay, because I'm trying to picture where I am because I'm
You're-
feeling
you're 20.
emotion
Yeah,
listening to it. Sometimes songs take you somewhere, but feels sad
I don't
for
know if this
him.
was like a single.
Maybe not. Caitlin's favorite song is "She's Like the Rain" from Tim McGraw, and I'm like, that's a bad pick for favorite.
It's a lot of good ones
and
out there.
she's like, no, it is absolutely my favorite Tim McGraw song. We had this debate, Eddie and I and Caitlin, and we're like, of all these great songs, your favorite song is "She's Like the Rain," and she's like, there's not a better one.
She wouldn't back
And I
down.
listened to like 12 of them. These are better. No, they're not. Thank you guys for all the calls. We'll come back. Bye-bye.